After making many, many espressos through all my years, especially making over 1,000 for sure, I've used a lot of stovetop espresso machines. I'm impartial. Anything that does come from Italy in this regards is usually top notch and lasts us a very, very long time. But the most important thing is the quality, and then of course the quality of the espresso. So there are three parts. I know that underneath here you have the O-ring and a screen. I usually don't take it out because over time I realize that some people like to take it out after every time and wash it separately and then put it back in the O-ring and the screen. The problem is it really wears and tears your espresso stovetop. So um, you get more out of your stovetop espresso machine before you have to replace it. So that's just one hack. There will be more hacks, of course, throughout. There's a safety valve right here, and that is where you right below it is where you put the water. So this is the water reservoir, um, and of course, this has been heavily used, but there is no rust, just discoloration. And I will, in a future video, show how to keep your stuff from not rusting, because it's one of the first things that does occur on a stovetop. There's two types of stovetops. You got the stainless steel or the chrome plated. A lot of people are impartial, but a lot of people believe that the chrome plate tastes better. I just like stainless steel due to its hygienic properties. So once again, this is where you put the water. Put the water up to the safety valve. If it goes above it, don't worry. That's why the safety valve is here, to make sure it releases the water. Then you put that on top. The espresso grounds go in there, which I will show very shortly. And of course, this screws on the top. So let's make some espresso. So the first step is to put water in the water reservoir. I already put some in, but and I use pretty much distilled water. And again, just right to this. Some people like to go on the dangerous side and go just above the safety valve, the water pressure safety valve. That's all you need to do. Put water in there. I like to use distilled water. Any water will do. And there you go. And then we put the espresso in here. So let's do that next. Of course, I would use a brand of espresso for stovetop that you like. Again, you can't go wrong with a good Italian espresso package. And very simple. I'm just going slowly, but I do want you to see that I'm not pressing down on the espresso, but I'm making a pyramid. And some people are wondering why. You're not supposed to tamper or press down the espresso. Don't worry, I'll clean that up with a little bit of spill. So what I try to do is make a little pyramid and make a peak, just like that. So again, that's easy. When you get really good at this, you won't make a mess like I am. And then there you go. And then we will screw this on. And I'll move this to the side. I'll put this in a glass mason jar and then keep it in the fridge. It just stays fresher. And then you hand tighten it with 2 hands. And then we're ready for the stovetop. So again, you twist this around, and then with two hands you make it super, super tight by utilizing your hand strength. So every stove is a little bit different. So I recommend that you put it on medium high, and then you adjust the temperature of your stove. So I've put the Espresso stovetop machine on top of the stove. I have the handle point out here. You don't want this to get super hot, so if you put it in the middle, then this can heat up, and some really cheap inferior stovetop can start to melt. And also for safety reasons, it will definitely hurt. So I leave it at the edge, and again, I put it on medium high. Every stove is a little bit different, and you already hear the water inside of it starting to boil, and of course it will percolate up into here, and then it is liquid gold. Again, remember that safety always comes first. I always like to do it at the farthest away from the front of the stove. Again, you will have to figure out what you prefer. Don't put it on super high, because I don't know how hot your stove is, and it could technically burn the water and grounds, and you don't want that burnt taste. You want a smooth, thick, rich taste that will knock you off your shoes, of course. And again, it will take some time. I know that being impatient sometimes occurs, especially first thing in the morning. And right now, I really need my espresso. So this is a 8-cup, and there's different sizes. I would go with an 8-cup only because it's not really 8 cups. It's 8 shots. I call it cups. And the reason why it will say 8 on the box is they believe you can get 8 drinks out of it. But it's only a half of a espresso cup. So I got some funky ones here. So this one right here is funky, and one will be only halfway. So technically, I like a full shot of espresso. And the problem is, and this is another one right from you know where, the motherland. So very simple. One would be a half of this. So you make 4 of these double shot, and that's what it's called, double shot. So we'll see what happens shortly. So it's been on for the last couple of minutes. As you can see, the element is now turning a reddish color. It is warming up. You still hear the water at the bottom. Nothing has come out yet, but again, we'll see what occurs shortly. So after 4 minutes, it's not splattering. It's just coming out from the top, filling up the reservoir. And what's occurring is it's liquid gold, and so beautiful. Look at this. Look at this. It is, oh, first thing in the morning, you can't go wrong. This is beautiful. Look at that foam. Look at that foam. Yikes. That is like beautiful. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. Oh, that means that we need to move it off. I don't want it splattering everywhere. That should be on at all times, but I wanted you to see how beautiful it is. And what's happening is there's not that much water left, and taking it off burns, doesn't make the coffee burn. And make sure you shut off the stove, of course. And this is something that is just amazing. Just amazing. The smell is unbelievable. I wish you were here. Okay, So let's pour. Oh, look at that. Oh, the steam. And look at that color. That is beautiful. So that right there is a double shot. Wow. So I'll just move this one over. And then here's another double shot. So you make 4 of these. Even though it says 8 on the box, there's different sizes, as small as 2, and it goes as high as 16 or even possibly higher. I've seen 16, but again, I found out right in the middle works for me. An 8-shot stovetop. So right here are 2 double shots, which is delicious. So now enjoy with my homemade biscotti. Of course, it is just beauty. And life is too short not to enjoy the great things in life. And this is a Beyond Cool hack. It is beautiful. It brings joy. And of course, to hear more great things and hear more great Beyond Cool stuff, remember to subscribe.